I want to ask you, special guest, host of the Dysphoria podcast, Maxelle, what an unfortunate time for you to be in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It's cool you're here
I think I'm
in studio, per se, to record with us, but wow.
I think I might be cursed.
For reference...
Think about when was the last time I was over in this apartment? It was election
literally the night of the election.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
A substantial host-scaring moment, if you will. And now you're back, and just for reference point, Los Angeles is currently on fire. Like, we're fine. I mean, I posted, like, everyone, we're fine, obviously. We're not recording the podcast amidst the flames or anything. But, yeah, I was really surprised when you were like, yeah, I'll be in LA in a few days. I was like, girl, it's hard times around here.
Yeah. No, I think I was flying in. The night before was when it really started, or people started hearing about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it hadn't, like, the severity and the evacuations, I don't think had really started until while I was mid-flight.
I do remember Lex and I were evacuated, and I checked my phone, and your story was like a post of a little window shot on the airplane.
Yeah, but so like my whole thing was last time, I came out here to do a podcast thing. Y'all came through and do a reading, which you also came through. Thank you. But I was like, so it was like I was out here for other purposes, but I was like, this is a really weird. I knew there was a good chance it was going to be a really weird time,
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, cool. I even had friends that were like, hey, I'm sorry. I was feeling weird that week. I wanted to catch up with you. I owe you an apology. Like, we'll chill this week. Everything's going to be cool. And, yeah.
Everything was not
and I had
cool.
to text them and be like, yo, do not worry about responding to my texts. I was going to say, what if, like, I framed this? Because I was just saying, I was complaining to you. I was like, yo, the election really scared the host. But what if I framed this like I was, like, a YouTuber, or YouTuber. I don't know what the kids do. And I just, like, was like, which are the hosts more scared of? Trump or fire?
Right. Comparing the hose
Hollywood,
reaction.
Yeah. On Grindr, what do you fear more?
Was Grindr worse in the days following the election or the days following the fire?
Honestly, I think it's going to be election.
I kind of think so, too.
Yeah.
Lex, how was your evac?
Well, it was fine. I just stayed with my cousins for a little, like, the overnight, and Friday the cat was with me. I was gonna say Grindr better or what worse? Do you mean worse as in more vile, or because I feel like it'd be better in terms of getting responses?
Yeah, I think availability is more what we're talking about. Like, are more people sort of not even like closing off Grindr and not opening the app because of the election or because of the fire?
Like, people can't really. Okay, like, you can't go on Grindr having just lost your home. You can't host, So
I'm sure lots of trans girls have gone on Grindr having just lost their
I can
home.
imagine.
Okay.
Yeah. I think if we had lost our apartment, I would definitely be on Grindr, just like seeing what was up. Like a newfound freedom of sorts.
Yeah, like, where am I staying tonight?
Yeah, exactly. I would be banging the hose line. We're gonna have to apologize for this on Twitter for joking about the fire. You know that, right?
Yeah. I don't know. They're already doing like emoji texts of it.
Oh yeah, I got an emoji text of it. I got an emoji text of it from a friend of ours who had to evacuate from the valley.
That's like you can say that.
Right. Yeah, like she can definitely get away with it. I did not forward it to 10 friends though.
Yeah. I don't have 10 friends I think would think that was funny.
Lex, do you get or forward those messages?
I used to when it was like Cocktober and shit, but
it's
how many Cocktobers have we been through now? It just loses its charm.
That was in isolation. That was so solemn. Just how many Cocktobers have we been through?
It's like how the holidays lose their magic as you become older. Like, Cocktober's not the same as the first.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
The fire is bringing your spirits down?
I think it's... And what's after Cocktober? December?
Or like Thanksgiving?
Oh, right. I skipped a month. Gobble. What's that one?
I can't even
Cocksgiving,
remember.
usually.
All of them read exactly the same to me. I can't even tell the difference anymore.
So how did the fire one read?
I could check my phone and read it to you, but the real question
Was it like
does
cock?
it matter?
Was there cock in it?
Probably.
Everything that was in the Jimmy Carter's Dead one was in the fire one.
just yeah, as a reskin of the Jimmy Carter death text.
What's going on with Greenland? Do you know? Trump wants it.
That's so I've heard.
Wait, just to have it?
Is he gonna get it?
It's kind of cool.
Does that mean that we can domestically visit Greenland if that happens?
Wait, he's buying Greenland?
I think he's trying to just yoink it.
Steal it? Like the election?
Like the election. yeah, he's trying to yoink Greenland. Lex and I are far stupider and less politically acute than you are.
That's not true.
Okay. Almost because you like to be in trouble.
Oh yeah, I talk shit.
Yeah,
that
like
make
you.
Me smart.
Every time I open up Twitter, you're like quote tweeting some like famous turf or something, like trying directly to start a fight with them, and that's exactly the opposite of what I'm trying to do.
I pick on trans women. Okay.
Yeah, and they like it.
I mean, I actually like. I don't fight with turfs. Like, but I get if you open it and close it. Like, I don't fight with turfs because I actually think like. There's no point, you know? Like, I mean, you're not changing anyone's mind on Twitter. And I don't know. I fundamentally feel like I'm not going to spend my time trying to convince someone I'm a woman. You know,
Right.
It's kind of like the bitches that are going to do that don't look like me. They voice train. No, like, I'm like, if you're going to change hearts, you know? Like, I don't know what, no, but I'm not trying to do respectability politics. I just mean if someone, like, it's not, like, worth an argument, you know? And, like, if somebody did something really cringe and it's funny, then yeah, but, like, I don't know. I get into the thick of it sometimes. I try not to. I really try not to, but, like, because I end up apologizing. Like, being like, no, you're stupid and that was dumb, but I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. You stupid fucking... Yeah.
A healthy diet of my political knowledge and acumen comes from a handful of my friends who are willing to engage with it directly on the internet. And that's it. That's how I'm educated these days, I guess.
Twitter is a magical place. Because it essentially... Dunking is like the biggest way to get new followers. Is like you have a snappy comeback to somebody who says something really dumb. So somebody with like, you know, like 100 followers could become fodder for everyone to dunk on, as was the thing with my meme. That the person that got my meme posted in response to their post was an 18-year-old with like 80 followers.
That's awesome.
And the entire, yeah, like, I didn't do it, but they just didn't think we should say tranny.
And they should be blown up for it.
Yeah.
I would try to articulate this sometimes because Twitter does suck, but there's a cadence to Twitter and to the people that posts on Twitter that I think is a little bit irreplaceable. And I just find it so funny. Still to this day, I open up Twitter and once a day there's something that just makes me laugh out loud and makes me unable to ever uninstall it.
Yeah.
It's just too entertaining.
Did you catch, this might be a good one to talk about on your show because it's not a Mitch Fest scenario like mine. But man on land, as they say. But did you know that's what they do at Mitch Fest when there's a old Mitch Fest?
Yeah.
What is Mitch Fest?
Mitch Fest. Well, let me tell you.
Okay.
What was it? It's not my job to whatever.
It's not my job to educate you.
Yeah, it's not my job to educate you. No, Mitch Fest was a radical women's lesbian festival that was not trans inclusive. I mean, no, it was. Trans men were welcome, which is pretty insulting.
Yeah.
But and it spawned Camp Trans, which is a response to it. It starts with Michelle. Someone wrote a really good article on it, and it's killing me because she wrote one of my favorite books, and I don't know what her name is right now. Like, I don't have the phone next to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Take
time to look it up. Yeah,
yeah, it was just a festival of all all people that wanted to be at a ladies' festival. It was an AFAB festival. And
were you at Pussy Fest?
But but the only times they had men there were like the garbage crew or like the people that like bring in like do the sewage stuff and whatever, and they would like announce that there were men coming through and go man on land, and also if there was like karaoke or like drag king performances and stuff, they would like warn you that there would be male voices, which is like the original Tenderqueers.
So all of that was in service to a tweet you wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
Pre-bitch fest.
And then I was like, should I just shut up? No, I talked a lot.
Dude, Lexap is kind of Mitch Fest vibes.
Definitely. Yeah.
Lexap is a lot.
Can you find your comments on the Lex app? I responded to a crazy thing that I saw on the Lex app
recently. In Brooklyn,
recently.
there's more people complaining about trans misogyny than trans misogyny on it, to be honest. But that's not, like, probably exception of a rule type shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you don't see turf posts every day on Lex, but there's a lot. It's almost in the same way that there's a cadence to Twitter. Like, if you just showed me a post devoid of, like, you just showed me the text of a post, I feel like I can tell you when it's from Lex.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Yeah, because, like, I mean, well, the thing about it is, like, if there's one turf, there's 10 responses to the turf.
Yeah.
But in terms of, okay, I feel like people are more earnest on the Lex app because they're trying to get pussy.
It's funny you would say that because the most current post on the Lex app in Los Angeles reads, need a person to let me suck their penis clumsily and give me gentle pointers and tell me what they like while we're doing it.
Clumsily
Is
I bounce on it clumsily.
addition to add. And then a friend of ours asking for spare estrogen shots.
Oh, yeah,
Average Lex post.
Yeah. Half of... it's the last 5 Lex posts, 3 of them are people that you and I know personally. 2 of them were here today in our apartment for a clothing swap. Actually, that's really funny.
Is this in T for T specifically?
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have all of the channels open.
Oh, you're filtering out the
That
turf posts.
probably explains a lot. Yeah, this is on the like 6 or 7 tags that I like deem acceptable and want to see. This is episode 13 of Brain Frot.
What up, Lucky 13?
No. Is it 13?
Is this 14?
Lucky 14.
Lucky number 14. Hold on, let me check my phone. I always get this wrong. I gotta remember to look up before.
What if you just promoted all your episodes by making an emoji text thing? And it was like, hey, sluts. It just gets insulting. Hey, you stupid fucking sluts.
Hey, you idiots.
Yeah.
Didn't listen to the last episode? We fucking hate you. Listen to this one.
Yeah.
For the record, this is episode 14.
Hell yeah.
And Maxelle is here for the Dysphoria Brain Frot crossover episode.
Yeah. It's like every other crossover.
For a bi-coastal transgender podcast moment where we are going to pick up a conversation we were having earlier that I really wanted Maxelle to finish talking about, and that is the phrenology of dog girls.
Shit. Okay.
Phrased evocatively on purpose.
Yeah. Well, wait. Is phrenology just studying skull shape, or is it like actually applying race science? I know it is used as like it's just fascism, but and it's a great Roots album. See,
it is a great Roots album.
Me just being like, see, I know that.
I don't. That's actually a good question. Is there like a legitimate science of phrenology, or is all phrenology bullshit?
I think it's all bullshit, but I think it's all bullshit, but like, is it there? is it ever applied in a non-racist way, even if it is bullshit, you know?
I have no idea.
Phrenology
This is not even the first time we talked about phrenology on the podcast, because
Okay.
you claim that phrenology, that if they find your skeleton, they'll be able to tell that you were Filipino.
Right, and that is racial science.
True. Do you still believe that?
Yes.
Fair enough.
Didn't they do
Do you think they'll be able to tell that you are a puppy boy?
Well, that's where we're about to debate, right?
Right, of course. Because it implies the existence of other kind of girl phrenology, right?
Well, I mean, because
like cat girl phrenology.
then it's like, okay, so the crux of, and I'll let Maxelle speak, but she claimed earlier that you can tell looking at a trans girl if she's a puppy girl or not based on her face, how her face looks.
I want to correct that. I want to correct, and I might have said that, but that was because I wanted to get a laugh, and now I am on record. But I was joking, because there are some girls who look like dogs. They look like there's the girls that look like dogs but look like Shelley Duvall are like make my heart melt. But that's also just because it's beautiful facial structure. Like,
Yeah. Like, to beat the pending use of phrenology allegations, all of this is said with deep love. As a trio, the love for puppy girls between the three of us is sky high.
And I mean, I guess what I'm more joking about is I realize, like, there's this every Sunday night at Ginger's, this lesbian bar in Park Slope, there's like trans pool night. It's not like an official thing. Girls play pool. I don't, because I'm not good at it, and I don't like doing things I'm not good
also
at
not
in front
good
of
at
cute
it.
girls.
Same.
Yeah, and I remember. It's not like clicky or anything, but there's just not that many people that I'm like trying to like kick it to there, and it's nice to have that social situation. There's a lot of really attractive people, but like there's just this one girl that I was like, yo, that girl is beautiful. Like, she's the one who catches my eye, and I bring my lovely little dog, literal dog, Zanny, and Zanny barks, and the next time that girl just barks back from across the yard.
Yo.
And I was like, are you fucking serious?
That's
like,
awesome.
You know, yeah, I don't know. My girlfriend and I, my my girlfriend and I were trying to gentrify a puppy girl play.
Gentrify?
Yeah.
How so?
Just being annoying hipsters. No, I was like gentrifying transbianism by doing it not cringe. Like, just
I like the idea that evacuating its cringe is
like,
gentrifying.
like what Savages is to post-punk. No one's gonna get that.
Wow, no, I get that.
You're gonna get that.
I
You're
get
gonna
that.
get that, but, like,
no
you know,
one who listens to
No
this
one who
podcast
listens.
is gonna
No one
get
who listens
that.
to my podcast isn't gonna get that.
Sometimes it's the jokes you do for yourself.
Yeah, but that's like I want to be like this, like in whatever future relationship. If I'm with a puppy girl, I want the minimalist collar. I want the fucking like almost like IKEA white room, and like. Yeah, I want to be this. I need to think of a better example for it.
You're just trying to
gentrify
create a version of pet play that is just devoid of everything that makes it a little bit cringe inherently.
Yes, which is cringe
as an
in
act
itself.
of gentrification.
Yeah. I mean, gentrification. I guess I was talking about making it literally aesthetically whiter, but like no. Now I'm talking about phrenology and gentrification of puppy. It was like I'm not.
You come on the podcast immediately. We're talking about gentrification and phrenology.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I think that I love puppy girls.
Preach.
I think it's just. I honestly think it's just like degradation and affection, and those are like those are the two the key tenets of it.
The pillars, yeah.
And I love both those things. Like, I'm very affectionate, and I'm like severely into degrading people, and I like. So that makes a good chemistry, But like, I don't. I have a very like love-hate relationship with furries, and I work it out all the time. You know, I'm pro furry. If somebody is like fuck furries, blah blah blah, like I will stand up for the furries.
Yeah, we're pro furry too.
No, I know, but I'm saying like then when I'm with them,
You're like, this is too much all of a sudden.
You're not into the furry?
Like, I get it. No, I'm very pro furry as well, but it's like sometimes it's too much for the moment, for the
So
occasion.
would you almost say the gentrification of pet play is a severance of it from the tenets of furry?
oh, am I going to be the liturgy of the liturgy of puppy girls?
That even less people are going to understand that.
No,
than
I think more
Savage's
people
joke.
because that girl is bae. She's not bae. She's just a sweetheart.
I love liturgy so much.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that.
We stand a hated queen.
A controversial, yeah.
Controversial
A
queen.
controversial figure in black metal. Whoa.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Recently, she's been I've been liking her takes.
Yeah, we're just talking about Ravina Hunt Hendricks now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tread lightly here because I know probably hundreds of girls that identify as furries, but I do not think it would be the worst thing in the world to have a clearer and more obvious dividing line between pet play and furry.
Yeah, actually, and like, there's a difference between like a puppy girl and a pup. Like,
Definitely.
Oh yeah, that's a huge.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I was dating a girl who was a pup, like for a little bit, like a leather pup, like and like I asked because she was like, when I first met her, she was all pronouns, and I was like, is that just a flex because you pass? You know, 'cause sometimes that is, sometimes it is. It's like, you know, and she said this to me. She said, well, if I'm getting fucked by a big fucking bear leather daddy, I am not a girl. I'm a little faggot. And I was like, fair enough.
That's a banger answer.
That's a banger
honestly.
answer, and I'm gonna shut up now.
That would have shut me up real quick.
Yeah, and but yeah, I think that like, okay, so you got pet play, puppy girls, furries, like
pups.
pups.
The leather pup thing is interesting too because I feel like furries and leather pups are like night and day culturally.
Yeah,
like there's so little crossover there.
It's like egg and chain punk. Sorry,
It's like
I'm just making some stupid jokes, but
okay.
yeah.
This gets away because I want to talk to Lex,
Please.
who is like into pet play, but
like vaguely.
you didn't. Okay, modest.
Okay.
You own puppy ears.
You got me those.
Merry Christmas. You didn't want to go to a function recently because you thought the vibes would be
pup.
leather pup, and that you, with your little furry ears, would not fit in.
Yeah, I felt I would be unwelcome because, well, pup is usually more like a cis gay scene as well.
Definitely.
And sometimes I'm just not rocking with that.
Do you have any interest in that kind of leather pup?
I don't think so. Like, I just don't think I'd be so cute in it. Like, when I envision, like, all the gear and stuff, I like the collars. Like, the collars are cute. I like the collars. But I'm not into the pup masks and, like, the muzzles and stuff. It's pure aesthetics. Like, okay, the harnesses are cool, but, like, and then I can't, like, I'm focused on aesthetics, but really what it's about is the mindset as well, like, of subby, like, also like degradation, more because pup is more degradation than praise, I think. Or there's praise too. There's our friend is indicating there's a balance.
No, I think the aesthetic, like the vision of pup play, definitely seems like it has more of a focus on degradation than pet play pups.
Like
even
a
though
little
there's plenty
bit
of degradation to both.
a little bit more of a kick me vibe than a pet
Yeah.
me.
I consulted a friend of both of our podcasts, Sylvie from Radio Free Use.
Sylvie will have something to say.
She said she does think there should be more of a distinction. I'm a furry who likes pet play, but being a puppy girl doesn't inherently make you a furry. Okay, that's
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good so far.
I'll update you if she lets me know. But that,
I love
now,
the,
now,
like-
dear listeners, that's who we're talking to.
The
Consulting
live
expert.
caller.
Yeah.
That's good. I intended to take some kind of lesson out of that, but I think the lesson is just that this is first and foremost a pet play centric podcast within this dynamic, because that's where you and I both live, and not super on the furry side or the leather pup side of things.
Like, materially, being a pet player, I like the fuzzy ears rather than the leather ear mask and ears.
But not so much so that you're like fursuit.
Yeah, fursuit is too much for me.
I think they're cool as fuck, though.
They are really
I-
cool.
Cool, yeah.
I want the tail so bad. The boingy tail.
Yeah, we gotta get you a tail that swings around.
Yeah, I think that, like, I do. I think I want to be supportive and loving to furries from a distance, and the individuals in my life, like, I don't know. There's a furry section to the Dysphoria Discord now, because it is like
Who's responsible for that?
Me. It's called Get That Furry Shit Out of the Main. Like, we realized we had some furries, and it actually was like, you know what? I think this is like it's all people that listen to the show and we like. So it's, you know, like, it's more them discussing their furry stuff in the same way like you and I would discuss like 42 Doug or something. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
like just like, oh shit, you're somebody. I know furry is more common among trans girls, but like, you know, like, it's just special. I feel like it. I know it like furry stuff impacts a lot of people's transness, and I know that people have, to be earnest about it, people have figured out they were trans through having girl personas and things like that, and I really want to like hold space for now, for, you know, for that, for but like in the same way, I think also that there's like, once it all gets thrown on the internet, it's like every subculture, like everything, it just gets a little different. Like puppy girls on Twitter are
Not a fan?
Not
They are a lot.
sex workers got to do what they got to do. You know, that's like, I understand that. That's not what I'm talking about. I think anyone that has like an inherently non-working, just super sex profile all the time that like is a lot. But then also I want to be supportive of women who are finding them. So I'm really trying here.
You're doing your best. Up until the like puppy girl Twitter comments, I think you were getting at something that I agree with, which is just like a general lack of tolerance for cringe. And that's my like thing with the phrase. That's why I'm pro furry from a distance, is because it's like, damn, you guys are cringe. Keep doing that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go somewhere less cringe though.
Yeah, no, for sure. And but like my friend D was talking about this. Like I feel like, you know how people really, like, before like 2016 or so, people really hated juggalos. Like, I don't know if you were around for it. Like, and then everyone lionized them as like this vanguard of the working class, and this misunderstood, because we all felt bad that like we were being classist as fuck, and like, you know, and then almost pretended that like juggalos were like super fucking cool.
Yeah, as if they were like cool or like
Yeah.
admirable or something.
And like, you know, pointed out like, and there are cool juggalos, like
it's an overcorrection.
yeah, shout outs to Young Durag, shout outs to Ghosh, but like yeah, it's an overcorrection, and I don't know, I think that furries might be due for their like moment of acceptance. You know, they were a complete joke in pop culture before I was trans, you know? Like, it was just like...
Yeah.
It was
I
just
think
a
the
very
furry
weird
hate
thing.
has begun to die down
Yeah.
in the years since.
So, like... okay, even more so, I think that maybe what people were putting on juggalos, like, oh, it's this really authentic movement of people and blah, 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 and, like, I think, like, furries kind of have that, like, when they're doing, like, weird outdoor raves and, like, shit like that, and, like, really DIY shit, it's pretty cool. Like...
Yeah, Lex and I are just, like, big ravers separately from furry stuff. And some of the biggest raves around here are thrown by furries, and tons of furries go, and they're a blast. They have a great time. I love a furry party sometimes.
Yeah, and they love seeing our little pet play ears and tails. Like, they're very encouraging.
The furries are pro pet players who aren't furries, for sure.
But are they pro pup? Because I don't see many pups at those
I can't
parties.
even imagine a situation or a function where a bunch of furries and a bunch of leather pups would run into each other.
It would be lit, though.
Like, what does that function even look like?
There would be, like... I feel like there would be a weird sexual energy there.
You would need a bunch of cis gays and a bunch of, like, freaky queer furries.
Yeah.
To come together at a function like that to get the dog masks and the dog masks together in one place.
That sounds like allyship to me.
In my head, I'm trying to think of like some kind of cultural touch point that I believe would bring those groups of people together, and I really am coming up blank. Like, I'm really not sure. I'm not even sure like Charlie XCX could do it.
What about like RuPaul Drag Con?
You think furries like drag?
No, I don't know. I'm really trying really hard to think of something.
I got nothing.
Dorian Electra plays at a leather con.
We're closer.
We're honing in on something here. It would be like, I don't know. It's like they booked like fentanyl show at the Eagle.
Ooh, that would go hard as
bar
fuck.
in LA. Like, a big fan of that idea. That's the only way that I can imagine. We should do that. We should try to wager our connections and try to leverage our friendships and our experiences to put together some kind of function to bring the leather gays and the furries together. They deserve to meet each other. Not even Folsom. Like, we went to Folsom this year. I'm not sure I saw one furry all weekend. That's just that the Folsom is for the leather gays, clearly.
And there's also like different subtypes of like furries and puppy girls. Like, okay, like what do you think about the puppy girls who are more like the ketamine puppy girls who play like melee, and they're a little bit cringe, right? But like less cringe.
They are cringe for sure, but it's like they're pet players, you know? Like, they're a kind of cringe I can digest. And they're also like not exactly not me. You know,
right, like that's
I don't
almost
play melee,
you.
But I definitely have like ketamine puppy girl behavior tendencies to the max, especially in the way that I post on the internet. So like trying to come after them, no chance. Like, that'd be such a hypocrite.
And then there are freaky furries. Like, what about the diaper furs? Like,
baby furs.
Yeah, the baby furs. Like,
I mean, I'm not super duper familiar with like the intricacies of furry culture, but I do like not kink shame.
Yeah.
So let them have that.
Their cartoons are adorable. I shout outs to trans misogynist, but cis brick now. But
do you guys encounter a lot of furry stuff like in your time on the internet or in real life? Or
no, I was dating a furry for a little while, and then like I've dated furries, but in various degrees of it, and it means something to every, means something different to everybody. But
yeah, like I knew a lot of furries when like I mostly had like a lot of internet friends growing up, so I knew a lot of furries who would just like mostly they would just like commission art of their persona, you know, but they weren't really like suiting up. So I know a lot of people like that. You laughed at me saying
sorry, suiting up was a great way to describe putting on the first. I'm suiting up. I see like furry stuff occasionally, like in Instagram reels or like on my Twitter timeline because somebody reposted something, but I'm definitely not like tapped into the beating heart of furry culture.
I think some of the art is really cool. Some of the art is like, I'm like, not mine, but not for me, but
like sexy or like aesthetically engaging?
Like aesthetically cool.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I have big plans for the new Dysphoria logo. I'm gonna say, But I think that like. I think I see a bunch of shit on the internet, and I get really fed up in one way or another mainly about its association with transness, and like I just need to drop it, because like it's not like cis people are going on furry Twitter and being like, well, I was not transphobic, but now I saw this thing with a cheese grater, and like.
So you're suggesting that people learn to hate furries and then learn to hate trans people as a result of that?
I'm saying the opposite. That I need to drop my bias against furry cringe. I do think that people like that furries. I think that trans culture and furry culture and puppy girl culture online can all kind of get mixed together.
Definitely.
And then I don't even think self-hating, but like, that's when I end up saying some shit is stupid and I get called Blanchardian. Me. That was over Galen Tipton or whatever, but Tippin. But I think that like sometimes I can see, as like a 36-year-old, like sometimes I can see this stuff, and I'm not saying I'm right or anything, but I'll just be like, I'll see like the grossest like sexual post that's like, tracking, and like I'm like, this isn't really about respectability politics, but I don't, and I have disgusting sex, but I keep it quiet. Like it's just more about like, I'm like, I don't love that this is actually associated with like gender dysphoria, but then also that's not the most important thing, and I'm intruding on other people's like what they're doing on the internet, and I don't want to be someone that's saying like, like I will always dunk on the people that yell at puppy girls for being sluts online or whatever, and not because I like the puppy girls. Like, it's not. I'm not white knighting. White knighting puppy girls.
I know I would be a hypocrite to do that. I mean, unlike you, I literally am the girl who just has sex and then makes memes about it and posts it. Like, that's pretty much my entire online brand.
But you're a meme page.
As opposed to what? Like a just like a personal page?
Yeah, I think like personal Twitters where you build like I know you put pictures of yourself, but like I made horny memes. Like I made trans man memes. There was a time, and I'm talking about like basically people that I'd assume were sex workers, and then I'm like, oh,
but they're not. You're
just doing this.
Just in it for the love of the game.
Yeah, and like I don't know. It's like there's a war going on inside.
Yeah.
Like it's like I feel different things, different days, seeing different things, and I ultimately just don't think it's my business to infringe on any, but sometimes I'm like, stop with the Sonic shit.
Stop with the Sonic shit.
No, I'm kidding.
I will come out. There's no war inside me. Unequivocally pro ketamine melee, puppy girl, trans Twitter women. I love those bitches to death. Several of them remain in my rotation. So no hard feelings here. Keep doing your thing, girls.
Oh, I want to make it clear. I will never. I love my girls. Like, I love my girls. I'm talking about just internet personality, like, because it's like you have to humanize them to then dehumanize them,
Right.
When does this come out usually?
Like a week maybe.
Okay.
Is there something
before the
concerning
22nd and you are a ketamine puppy girl in LA? Hit me up. What's really good?
Lex and I are the conduits to all the ketamine puppy girls in LA already. You don't need to put that beacon out.
Yeah, but it's funnier to plug. Be like, I have plugs. I'm not even that much of a slut anymore, but I think the first girl that I matched with last time I was out here that like we just talked to like was a puppy girl in a Crush Fun t-shirt. I was just like, wherever you go, there you are.
Yep.
The
more things change.
Yeah.
I low-key need a ketamine puppy girl, but they only like girls. They only like the other ketamine puppy girls.
We're so AGP.
I don't think that is true.
I mean, some of them like T-boys.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of it that is like, you know, the trans lesbian cuddle
Are
puddle
you
aesthetic.
top, bottom, verse? I don't know.
I'm like a verse bottom.
Okay, that's cool because they're all verse bottom.
Right, everybody's a verse bottom.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about that question that we posed of if you were born different sex at birth, do you think you'd still be trans? We're far from the first people to talk about this, but it gets asked a lot.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm very invested in this because I think at least I am a yes. I would be trans, and I think Lavender, in the past, you've said yes as well.
That's my instinct, and I can elaborate on why.
But we have
you first.
Well, I'm just interested because I know we have a dissenting opinion among us, and I hardly hear the dissenting opinion. But I'll go first. I think that yes, because honestly, I'm probably a trans trender. Like, it's just cool to be trans, and like this is kind of like tangentially related. If we were in a society where being trans was not as accepted now, and I didn't realize that I could be non-binary and stuff, I would probably just be I would either not realize that I was trans ever, if not presented with all the culture of it, and I would probably just be a girl, and I might be a lesbian. I would probably just be like a butch lesbian if I didn't know about transgenderism. So that's what I'm saying is since I know about transgenderism, if I was born as the opposite sex, I think I would be a trans girl because I would just be like, fuck yeah, or not even trans, but since I'm non-binary, I would probably also be either a non-binary trans femme or a trans girl, just because I think that changing your body with hormones is based.
So you think that even though you probably would have faced a little bit more stigma as an AMAB than an AFAB trying to go non-binary, that you would still stick to it and do it?
Yeah, just because it's cool, and I imagine if I was born in, opposite sex or whatever, I would feel a dissatisfaction with my body, because I think it's because I'm more non-binary, more androgynous, that I would feel the dissatisfaction with being locked into my sex at birth, just innately.
Yeah, I like knowing you as well as I do. I 100% believe all of that is totally true.
So you're saying it's more to the not feeling like either of the ends of the gender spectrum than
yeah, I don't
need to be androgynous.
I don't like the being limited to what I was born as, and I think that would ring true if I was born the other way.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. This question's it stumps me when you ask me because I'm the high femme girl. I'm not androgynous, but when I think about it, I'm also just kind of achingly transgender as a primary personality trait. It's easier for me to imagine a version of myself that is a T-boy than a cis woman, because I'm just I don't know, my whole shit is being a fucking tranny. Being transgender is all my friends are trans, all the functions I'm hitting up are trans. It's just so much.
My brand up.
I don't know what the fuck I would do if I wasn't trans. If I just became a cis woman, that most of my personality would evaporate immediately.
You'd just be hanging out with the girlies.
But I don't know. I feel if I was a cis woman, if I was born a cis woman, I think I probably would still be a T-boy.
Did you grow up hanging out with a lot of cis women?
Oh yeah, almost exclusively.
Okay, I was just wondering. Not trying to do it.
Female socialized.
I was kind of gay best friend socialized for sure.
Were you gay when you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty gay.
Pretty gay. I just you're what you talking about? I was playing lacrosse.
I was pretty gay. There were women. I did hook up with women pre-transition, but I was mostly just a little gay best friend. So you think
I mean,
that you would not be a T-boy if you were born a cis woman?
yeah, because first of all, I hate T-boys. No, I mean, interestingly enough, and I've talked about this elsewhere, but before I ever questioned anything about my sexuality or my gender, and like I didn't realize I was queer till I was like 29, and that makes me feel old. But and the way I did is I was thinking about all the guys I had made out with as a joke, and I realized one. I know.
Is it a joke?
But I realized one of them actually wasn't. Like I couldn't even explain why. It was blacked out, and it was this guy actually really kind. I was like, holy shit, I really had feelings for him.
Oh.
And now, like, you know, he was beautiful. But anyway, I started to have people mistake me for being transmasculine way before I transitioned. And I can show
That's
you.
interesting.
I can show you photos. I'll pass them around in a second. Because I've always had tits. I've always, like, this is the most body hair I've ever had.
Right.
And it's like, this shit is cool now. It was really horrible before. I don't know if I'd even trade, like, my experience growing up being a guy or whatever. That
My bad.
tits. But anyway, I think that for me, it really is kind of like a born in the wrong body. It's not even born in the wrong social role so much, because like I think I'm just a tomboy. Like, not to go like too into just like veer off from it, but like I've been honestly thinking about how in a way I kind of am any pronouns. It doesn't mean I want my friends to call me he, him or anything, but I dress and I invite this dynamic when, you know, like when I do, that I know that I'm going to go throughout most of my life like that. I mean, I've also called myself the world's most visible boy motor because like, you know, but like, and the difference is that like, you know, in the summer I can't hide, like, you know, like I don't realize, but like, you know, like I have tits. I like, it's not, I don't know. It's a weird situation, not situation like problem, but like I've been thinking about it. And I don't mean like, I don't mean any pronouns in the type. I just mean that like I do take a social role and I feel comfortable in it sometimes. And I know that women can do that in masculine roles. I don't think that makes me less of a woman, but like I'm like I'm like, I don't know. I think that for me, it's not so much this ontologically transgenderness as much as like, it's not necessarily physical dysphoria, but as like, there's just like, everything kind of fell into place and everyone's like, yeah, that makes sense. And like, so I don't know, I'm contradicting myself because I said social role before and obviously I don't have all the answers, but like,
I think ontologically transgender is a good way to put it. Like, I guess I consider myself ontologically transgender.
Yeah.
To the extent that, like, even if I was a cis woman, I would be T-boy with it. But I totally understand how that's not everyone's perspective on their own transness.
When did you come out?
Oh, God. I mean, it depends on who you are, but, like,
when
I was, like, 17.
Or when did you start hormones? So, like,
a few years later when I was, like, 20.
Okay. How about you?
Me and Lav actually started hormones at the
Hormone
same
besties.
time, so we're like 3.5 years.
Sorry to make this like a real serious conversation right now, but
No,
no,
it's fine.
I think it's cool. I think that I spent, you know, like I started hormones at like 32, so I had like an entire experience, like, you know, like 12 years of whatever, like. And I remember saying, I would always say I was a boy. I would always be like, yo, this, like, I describe myself on Twitter. I'm just a boy in the North Face store trying to buy women's North Face. Like, and people would be like, a boy. And I'm like, I'm not a man by any means, you know?
Still just a boy.
Yeah. I'm just.
Did you have like a they, them...
Oh yeah,
non-binary arc?
Well, that's the funny thing is I think that if I if non-binary had existed, and no, I know it did, but like in public consciousness in 2010, might have been that. But instead, I had a ironic metrosexual, like where I used the term metrosexual ironically, but mainly it was just like, oh, you started dressing like a fucking hipster, and then my graffiti friends or whatever. Like I put on tight pants and I grew my hair out and I like wore pink shit and like so I had the later millennial equivalent of one. But I think it's just like, and it's like a who's to say type of thing, but I also like didn't know trans people. Like
Right.
It's funny, I'm tracking like when I was like really homophobic for a while because I was overcompensating, and then I like stopped being transphobic right when I stopped being homophobic because I didn't actually believe in any of that shit. I was just like trying to. So when I was like, I'm going to be open-minded, it was like, I remember like, it's just funny thinking about all that stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Like having like growing up when that stuff was coming, like I was like, oh, well, Against Me sucks, but it's cool that the singer transitions.
That's exactly how I feel about Against Me.
Yeah, that's still how I feel. But like, I was like, I was like, it's cool that I support.
I hope she doesn't hear this. I met her at a house party one time, and she was delightful. Lord Jane Grace.
Did she go on? Did you see how she went on a rant about how like T-shirt printers are like exploiting labor from her?
Oh my God, no, I didn't see that.
Oh, it was bad.
Oh no.
Essentially, it was like, I am the artist, and you are printing my art, and you are the capitalist class in this scenario. An independent T-shirt. Anyway.
Yeah.
Also, I could have got that wrong. Sorry if that was like...
We'll hit the fact check mines before I post this, so it's not total fucking slander.
Listeners, use your fact check minds.
So we're not libelous. Okay, before we're done, only because Maxelle identified herself as the world's most visible boy motor, that made me wonder if you, Lex, have ever heard a trans masc person describe themselves as girl moding, or if that is a uniquely trans femme self-hatred.
I don't see it as often.
Have you ever seen it?
I'm struggling to think of a time. Like, sometimes I will girl mode, but in the gender fluid way, not in the...
You're just a little femme with it.
Yeah, like,
Right.
I'll dress femme, and I'll be perceived as a girl. I'm basically girl moding, but I'm not doing it to hide my transness. It kind of is in complement to my transness in, like, the non-binary way, in the gender... Because I'm, like, starting to think of myself as more gender fluid now, where I recognize that I can dress, like, as a woman again and feel not so dysphoric about it.
Yeah, you're still androgynous with it.
Yeah.
That's interesting because... Sorry, were you finished?
Oh, but... I mean, I don't see girl moding happen as often. I mean, probably just because, there's privilege in being recognized as a man.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just not as there's just not as much stigma in being trans masc, I guess. What were you gonna say, Maxelle?
Oh, I'm kind of forgetting. I was
Okay.
thinking about one, like boy moding or whatever. Like, for me, I don't know. Like, it's like cross dressing for me. Like, I got a thrill out of it. Like, I'm like, I am the cutest little fuckboy. Like,
Yeah.
I wear all women's clothes when I do it, like head to toe, except for the shoes. Like, but like, it's like I'm like I'm just a tomboy.
Yeah.
But then also, like, yeah, and I will say, like, and this is, like, sometimes turf points or whatever, but, like, it was funny because last night I was, like, when I definitely feel more comfortable when I have baggier pants and, like, a bigger jacket on at night, and I was, like, had my North Face on, and I'm walking down Glendale, like, because I'm insane, and I walk L.A. I walked from Boyle Heights to Echo Park, and then got on the bus here.
Good Lord.
No, I went even further than that, but, yeah, and then I realized, I was like, Actually, I'm gonna get fucking killed. Like, I was like, this doesn't actually really matter right now because I'm actually like a small tranny. Like, I'm not small, but like.
Well, because it's also like, I think girl moding isn't as prevalent because girls get harassed for being girls, like cis and trans girls.
Excuse me, have you seen White Chicks?
Like an element of boy moding is that you're like, I mean, I know people can be like playful and tongue-in-cheek with it, but it's like part of boy moding is like, I'm doing this to hide, deliberately to obscure the fact that I'm trans.
Yeah.
And you just don't see T-boys being like, I gotta go out in girl mode for this one.
If anything, I will see T-boys overcompensate and dress more masculine so that they pass even more as a guy, so that they're not questioned in public.
This is the lesson we were meant to learn.
It's always
we're
misogyny.
doing lessons every episode now.
Okay.
The lesson is always misogyny.
The lesson we were meant to learn is that, like everything else, it comes back to misogyny.
Misogyny? Are we pro?
Trans.
Are we pro?
Okay, we good?
I don't know. There is a T-boy on the podcast.
Okay.
Least
that,
misogynistic T-boy of all time.
We're transing misogyny.
No, it was just a few episodes ago that we clipped you talking about white knighting for trans women on the Lex app. I don't think anyone thinks you're a misogynist. I think you're the doll's little guy.
I'm clocking out before I say something incriminating.
Okay. Yeah, that's it then. An hour of Dysphoria X Brain Frot content.
Yeah. Can I my plugs?
Go
Yeah.
plug.
Drop whatever you want to plug.
Maxelle Talena, got a podcast, Dysphoria. I think that's. I write. I was like, what are my plugs? if you're a puppy girl and do a lot of ketamine and cannot do it when we're hanging out, I'll be in LA till the 22nd. If you look like a dog that looks like Shelley Duvall, we good.
You know where to find Maxelle. If any of these people sound like you, go to the Brain Frot Instagram. We'll send you
Links in
Maxelle's
bio.
way. All right. Good night, everybody.